कुमार स्वामी नायक गोंगो लुगु लटोका रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।
Good evening, Fiji. In this bulletin, Hindu religious organization slam Tambuya. Lambasa wants security cameras to reduce crime. And major refurbishment for Sukuna Park.
From the studios of FBC Suva, Jackie Smith.
Hindu religious leaders have expressed dismay over Social Democratic Liberal Party member Linda Tambuya's comments about Diwali. Tambuya yesterday took to Facebook, raising concerns about celebrating Diwali on a Sunday and raised concern about maintaining the peace on the day. In a now-deleted post, she was urging people to celebrate on Monday, which is a designated holiday. Apanisa Wangarandovu reports leaders of Hinduism have expressed disappointment, saying they did not expect this from someone holding a position in Parliament.
The president of Sanatan Dharam says Linda Tambuya should not be making irresponsible comments.
Lack of understanding about Diwali and the significance of Diwali, also it also shows her inside out the hatred that emanates from this kind of people for other religions and other people celebrating their functions.
Prasad says he once thought of Tambuya as someone who was there for all Fijians.
I thought she was a very civilized person, but this is probably the reason why I have been hearing her name too much, in politics, especially so within the party. What we should do is to spread love, understanding, harmony, share and care.
TISI Sangam President Sadashivan Naika says Tambuya's comment is shocking, saying this was not the first time the Festival of Light falls on a Sunday.
Diwali had been celebrated in past also on Sundays, but we never had problems. So we should keep the same momentum and celebrate the Diwali festival same way as we used to do in past.
The Arya Pratindi Sabor of Fiji also commented, saying celebration does not start until later in the evening. FBC News also asked Fijians who say there needs for the respect of other religious celebrations.
We must not discriminate the belief and religion of others in Fiji.
We should respect others just like how they respect us.
Never mind this one, Diwali is belong to Hindus. We don't mind. We just get together, celebrate, get together.
Tambuya claims that her post has been screenshot and taken out of context. And in a twist of things, this photo of Tambuya celebrating at the Hong Kong 7 some years back on a Sunday and indulging in a partying atmosphere has seen some ask whether she had changed her tune about what can and cannot be done on a Sunday. Apinisawa Gardobu, FBC News.
The Methodist Church says it never authorized the release of a statement yesterday, which asked Fijians to refrain from lighting fireworks until 6 p.m. Sunday after church services finished. The now-deleted statement was initially published on the Methodist Church in Fiji official Facebook page and authorized by one Reverend Alfred Rengunamanda. Church President Reverend Dr. Epineri Vakandewavosa has expressed disappointment over the post. In an interview with FBC News, Reverend Vakandewavosa says the post was made by Reverend Rengunamanda and he alone should be responsible for the statement. Reverend Vakandewavosa says every Fijian has the right to their religious festivities as in the Constitution, and this must be respected. When asked what will the church do about Reverend Rengunamanda, Vakandewavosa says they've discussed the matter with Rengunamanda and he will have to answer for his actions.
We have been celebrating Diwali ever since, and other celebrations as well. That is what our country upholds. We are all citizens of this country, and that is where we stand.
Municipal councils will install CCTV cameras in markets to help reduce crime-related activities, including substance and drug abuse. Local Government Minister Pramila Kumar says markets are crowded and security is always an issue for the councils. Kritika Kumar reports.
The local government minister says discussions are underway and municipal councils are investing in CCTV cameras.
Each and every municipal council around the country, they're looking at how they can install CCTV cameras. It's not just installing a CCTV camera, but where should the screen be? Should it be with the police to see the CCTV camera, or you can say CCTV information on a regular basis, so that they know what is happening in the markets, or should it be with the municipal council?
Kumar says the Lambasa Town Council is facing other challenges apart from petty crime.
These challenges are in terms of petty crimes that's happening in the market and surrounding vicinity. Also the sale of drugs around market sites. That's also a major concern.
Lambasa Special Administrator Doreen Robinson says the vendors have raised concerns with them regarding security.
But you know, we can only do so much. Again, they need to take some responsibility for their personal belongings, but we're working with them.
Minister Kumar says they have acquired a piece of land in Nayada Lambasa to relocate the bus stand and the market. She adds this will to some extent address some of the challenges faced by the municipal council and the market vendors. Kritika Kumar, FBC News.
Rata Sukuna Park in the heart of Suva City will get a makeover to provide more civic amenities. Launching the groundwork, local government minister Pramila Kumar says a modern city must have open spaces for its citizens. Edwin Nund reports.
This park has been a part of the capital for decades, and now it's getting a much-needed upgrade.
We are creating another comfortable place for people to gather in the midst of downtown to take a break from work or shopping or errands.
It isn't all about office buildings, shops and roads. The government wants Suva to set an example of how towns and cities should cater for all.
It is our capital. It is a home to many. It is the beating heart of the country. So it must also be a place that offers a sense of community. We should gather in our capital and enjoy it.
There will be a new podium and amphitheatre, new furniture, walkways and the usual amenities, but none of these trees will be cut down.
These trees are pieces of history. They should not be touched. And I've been assured the Suva City Council has employed a professional arborist, essentially a tree doctor, to preserve the heritage of this park.
Apart from receiving a facelift, Sukuna Park, according to city fathers, will also be able to provide modern digital services in recognition of the fact that it needs to be a functioning living space.
This park will also provide recharge platforms, Wi-Fi and the other electronic gadgets that the new generation would probably be brought in.
The new park is expected to open in 8 months. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
The judge in the case of alleged murderer Tevita Kunawave today ruled that the charge statement of the accused is admissible for trial. Kunawave is alleged to have caused the death of his 4-month-old daughter in Namboa last year by throwing a concrete block at his wife, which hit the child. Apinisa Wangarantovo reports the defense had earlier objected to the statement, saying the accused's rights were breached during his interview.
The prosecution filed that on October 30th last year, Kunawave said in his statement to police it was not his intention to kill his 4-year-old daughter Suliana. Kunawave said he had 3 daughters, the other 2 about to start school, who needed his support. The charge statement also reads that Kunawave said he was the sole breadwinner in the family and wished to seek forgiveness from the court and ask for a second chance. At the time, he stated he was not forced, nor threatened, induced or promised for anything when he gave his statement. However, the accused, while maintaining he was not coerced, testified he didn't know what was in the statement when police told him to sign it. Meanwhile, both the charging and witnessing officer stated that Kunawave's statement was recorded while he sat in front of the computer screen reading what was being typed. The judge ruled he was satisfied beyond a reasonable doubt that police had not compelled the accused to make an incriminating statement. He says the process used to charge Kunawave was fair and the accused was accorded his rights under the Constitution. He then ruled the statement admissible. The trial resumes tomorrow. Apiniso Wangarandobu, FBC News.
Up ahead, 45,000 new passports issued so far. And young entrepreneurs urged to sharpen skills.
मैं तो दिल्ली में रहता हूँ और रेडियो फीजी रेडियो फीजी रोज सुनता हूँ.
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन.
Close to 45,000 new passports have been issued to Fijians around the world in less than a year. Permanent Secretary for Immigration Yogesh Karan says the issuance of the e-passports is progressing well in Fiji and in worldwide diplomatic missions. Karan adds Fiji's passport mobility score has already strengthened as 70 countries can now be easily accessed. 32 are visa-free entry, 35 are visa on arrival.
When the border opens, then our passports will be compatible with those machines that you have, so you don't have to stand in queue. You're simply using those automated equipment that you simply scan and go through. So these were the intentions and objectives of introducing the e-passport, and so far we have been successful.
The Young Entrepreneurs Council is calling on its members to work together and ensure their businesses thrive despite the current market situation. The Ministry of Commerce and Trade is echoing similar sentiments, adding that the pandemic has allowed young people to explore their capabilities. Koroi Tandolala reports.
The Young Entrepreneurs Council had their meeting yesterday to share ideas on how best they can help each other during this economic uncertainty.
The purpose of the hot topic session is to really empower entrepreneurs, so with information that they gain, use that information to empower themselves and their businesses to rear their businesses in the right direction.
Young businesses, small businesses, big businesses, everyone, you need to be all-encompassing.
The Minister for Trade and Tourism is urging the business community not to limit their capability and to further explore their potential.
And this will open up quite a number of opportunities to all the members, leading to growth and development of our MSMEs, joint ventures with foreign partners, or even increase in foreign and domestic investments.
Everybody wants to start their own business, and it's a very good thing. And everybody's exercising that. So the Young Entrepreneurs Council is a safe space. We're trying to create a safe space for all the young entrepreneurs so we can collectively help each other grow each other's businesses.
The government is also calling on businesses to make use of the initiative in place to help them through these tough times and create economic activity. Koroi Tandolala, FBC News.
Amidst the pandemic, businesses in Suva are flourishing during the festive season. As people pour into Suva to take advantage of specials, retail outlets are being provided with a huge boost. FBC News took to the streets of Suva, witnessing sales at every corner of the capital city. Venina Rakautonga has more.
The huge demand for Diwali items has provided a boost for businesses.
What people are shopping at the moment are more like for clothing and what they're going to use for their prayers. And it's flowing well. Due to the pandemic, people are not spending that much, but sales is quite good, not that bad.
Patel says extending the hours of service has been an option for many businesses.
They've already extended the hours. Some of them open even on Sunday last week, and they've all extended hours. Some are going weekend on Friday to 9 and 7 p.m. So it's up to the shopkeepers. We have left it to them, but most of them have already extended hours.
3G Jewelers Suva manager Muneshni Devi says the festive season will help the business recover from the economic impact of the pandemic.
Actually, it's a bit busy now, but because of the COVID, our sale was down, but now we are trying to pull it up, and everything is okay. At the moment, it's busy, and the customers are coming in. We are enjoying. These people are also enjoying in sales.
The Suva Retailers Association is expecting the number of customers to double as there are only 4 shopping days left. Venina Rakautonga, FBC News.
And turning overseas, leading in the election count but not yet official, President-elect Joe Biden has urged Americans to wear masks as he announced the formation of a coronavirus task force. And Apanisa joins us now with the latest in business.
Thanks, Jackie. Coming up, festive season provides hope for Singatoka. And in growing Fiji, new roadside stall for Nasarawanga vendor. Stay with us.
Bula nadang go aprosan ngarse go erkraki. Do televizyon na barong na radio Fijuan nandom ibiti.
Radio Fiji One, nandomo ibiti.
Businesses in Singatoka town are still reeling from the effects of COVID-19 and hope sales will pick up during these last 2 festive months of the year. FBC News visited a few shops along the Coral Coast and noted that many businesses are doubling their efforts to attract customers. Philippe Nikaso has more.
It hasn't been easy for businesses in Singatoka as sales continue to drop with less than 2 months remaining for the year to end.
Before COVID, it was good, but after the COVID started, little bit it was down, but now it's more than 50% down.
With resorts slowing down from March due to the closing of borders, smaller businesses are struggling.
But for now, we've got some clients, but not that much. Like before, used to be. Like for example, I had a lot of clients from Outrigger past 3-4 years. They came in contract with me. I had a deal with the resort. But since the COVID-19 came in, all stopped.
However, the shop owners have not given up as they hope sales will pick up from this week.
Just because I think now it's festive season started, so plenty people will be for Diwali and Christmas Eve mood.
Mostly the driving school business, like it picks up when it's school holidays like that, and approaching like December, maybe the school holidays comes in, then it will be busy.
Other business owners who do not want to come on camera have stated that they will continue to push for sales as they want to contribute to rebuilding the economy. Philippe Nikaso, FBC News.
McDonald's beat third quarter revenue and profit estimates as the customers in the U.S. The increase came as customers ordered more hamburgers and fries from drive-thru outlets and through delivery app to avoid dining out during the pandemic. Sharon from HFC Bank joins us now with the latest from the money market.
Looking at the latest from the foreign exchange market, the Aussie dollar lost more than 2% overnight. However, Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison said confidence in the economy is returning as the nation reopens from its second coronavirus-imposed lockdown. The Kiwi dollar, on the other hand, remained relatively stable. As market confidence in the global economy and world trade increased with progress on COVID-19 vaccine and the prospect of Joe Biden being the US president, traders unloaded Japanese yen in favor of riskier currencies and the US dollar. The yen, which had become a favored safe haven currency, suffered its biggest loss against the US dollar since March, with the greenback rising as much as 2.2%. And that's all from HFC Bank for now. Vinaka.
Here are the local exchange rates as set early this morning. The Fiji dollar was on the rise, showing against all of the currencies we cover except for one. The New Zealand dollar continues to remain strong due to its recent high export figures. Prices were mixed on the commodities market. Crude oil was up, rising $1.60 to just below $40 a barrel. Gold dropped by $80 to $1,874 per ounce, and silver closed down at $24.25 per ounce. Selling in the scorching sun is now a thing of the past for roadside vendor Mohini Devi following the commissioning of a new stall in Nasarawanga, Lambasa. Devi has been a roadside vendor for years and is now doing business from her new cyclone-resistant stall commissioned by the Minister for Trade, Fayaz Koya. Devi says the new stall allows her to display a variety of homegrown produce for passers-by and generate enough income to support her family.
I'm happy that this government provided me with this new stall. I will no longer be standing out in the sun and rain. I will be able to sell my produce and make a decent income for my family.
That's all from Business Tonight. Jamie joins us now with the latest from sports.
Thanks, Apanisa, and good evening. In sports tonight, Suva veterans eager for spot in Skipper Cup final team. And Nandi Open hailed their success. This and more coming up.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Bula FM number 2 NSR.
Super Rugby veteran Sireli Lindua hopes to end his rugby career on a high by defending the Skipper Cup for the third year in a row. After being part of the champion capital side in the 2018 and 2019 finals against Nandrunga at the ANZ Stadium in Suva, the 34-year-old hopes to once again don the blue jersey before hanging up his boots at the end of the season. Tali Matarakula reports.
The 2020 Skipper Cup season is a memorable one, and making the final for the third consecutive year is the icing on the cake for the stocky hooker.
For the past 2 years, Suva has been a holder of Skipper Cup, and I think ending a rugby career on a final and expectation for this week is no team want to lose.
Suva's journey to the final has not been easy, facing a few upsets along the way, losing to Nandrunga in the first round, Lautoka in round 6 and Naitasiri in round 12.
We talk about this from the starting of the skipper rounds, and we slowly we try and gain our spot back this year into to be a #1 team in the Skipper Cup and make it to the final this year.
Also looking to make the game day squad for Suva this weekend, prop James Brown aims to make his second final appearance a winning one.
This Saturday will be the most memorable one. This is maybe my second time playing in a final, but first time wasn't lucky enough. So hopefully this time around it'll be a good one.
Whether Suva defends or loses the Skipper Cup will be known on Saturday when they take on Naitasiri in the final at the ANZ Stadium. Tali Matirukula, FBC Sports.
Nandi football coach Kamal Swami says he understands the recent frustrations voiced by fans following their final games of the VPL. However, with the last tournament of the year, the Vodafone Fiji fact that next week the defending champions are out to restore lost pride. Details with Felipe Naikaso.
The pressure is on the Nandi side as it gets ready to defend the Fiji fact crown.
Yeah, of course, yes, there are a lot of fans who are frustrated, but mostly the fans from overseas, and it happens in the game. Big teams have lost, and that doesn't mean we are not doing our work.
Nandi is in Pool B alongside Suva, Lautoka and Navua. A perfect start is what the Jet Setters are aiming for, as the tournament will be played at different venues.
I know we're going to play with Lautoka, and Lautoka's host. Lautoka will host that one, and that game really means for us to win that game, to make a 3 points first, to go to the second round to Lambasa.
The players have also been told that they will need to earn their spot in the team.
Came back to the discipline of the players coming for training, but I think we have changed our system now. If the players are not coming for training, then we will have the youth players.
Nandi is also the second most successful team in the Fiji fact, having won the title 5 times since it started in 1991. Felipe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
The Suva Volleyball League is uncovering much fresh talent. Youngsters Sunia Langilangi and Isor Nawalu are participating in the club competition for the first time and say the experience has been a highlight of their lives. Caroline Itavi has more.
Like many young athletes, Sunia Langilangi, who grew up in Lami, where volleyball is the main sport, is using the competition to tap into some of his hidden talents.
I was raised in Vesari, and for me playing volleyball was sort of an escape since there were a lot of peer pressure in our area. I joined the assess team and I am playing in the blocker position.
Veteran volleyballer and captain Epeli Nawalu has challenged his team to set a goal for themselves for the remainder of the 2020 season.
A challenge for our individual players, especially the young people players, for them to set an individual goal for themselves and what they want to achieve during this session for this season. So by the end of the season, they should have achieved what they have set.
Epeli Nawalu's nephew Isoa, who is also part of the team, has set his sights on representing Fiji on the international stage.
uncle asked to try out this sport, and I really enjoy playing and learning more about the sport. Maybe one day I will go on to represent Fiji.
The tournament continues on Saturday at the LICI court in Suva. Karlini Tavi, FBC Sports.
The 64th annual Nandi Open Golf Championship has been hailed a success. The two-day event, which was held over the weekend, saw golfers from around the country battle it out under the scorching Nandi heat. Felipe Naikaso has more.
The competition during the two-day event was tough as golfers had their eyes on the Nandi Open title.
Actually, we have 80 plus starters today. After a long time, we have this number of participants. Thanks to the sponsors, Please Beverages and Coca-Cola Metal. And the weather has been very fine today.
With brilliant weather on both days, golfers trotted their playing style after months of COVID restrictions.
The executive committee with members of the Nandi Airport, they've done a tremendous job. I think the course is beautiful. The greens are good.
The course is pretty good today. It has improved quite a lot. The support is good. My parents are really supportive and they always help us, and we come here almost every afternoon.
Nandi businessman Abid Hussein and SVC student Raina Kumar took out the championship. Felipe Naikaso, FBC Sports.
That's it from Sports Tonight. Coming up in the world of the weird and the wonderful, bionic gloves help 80-year-old pianist play again. Find out more after the break.
Baik tu Nandi biar tahu रेडियो फिजी बहुत रेडियो फिजी रोज सुनता हूँ.
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन.
And Angie joins us now with the latest in weather.
Good evening and welcome to the weather world. There is no significant weather system on top of the islands for now, and that is the reason why we have such amazing spells amidst us. I wouldn't trade this weather for anything. It's simply outstanding. Now moving on to the other centers. In the west, pure sunshine took stage, very bright and humid as well. Keeping hydrated is the only option in such weather. Eastwards from Pekhaba to Suva, Diwali shopping in this heat can be uncomfortable. Even the nights are quite warm. And up north, blissful sunny weather to be exact. At sea, southeast winds 15 to 20 knots, moderate to rough seas. Now turning to the tides, low tide at 9:14 p.m. with high tide at 3:19 a.m. Sunrise at 6:22. For tomorrow, I do see a few showers, especially on Viti level, so umbrellas are a must. The day will experience odd showers after lunch. Tomorrow's temps, Lambasa will have warm temps of 32 degrees. And looking further on to Thursday, more showers coming our way. Hope Mother Nature solves that issue. We wouldn't want to deal with showers, especially when the festivities are on. Well, that's all the weather news from my end. It's back to the Uro.
Gigi, that's you. Thanks so much. In Fijian Pulse, we asked, what do you think of Linda Tambuya's comment that Diwali should not be celebrated on a Sunday?
We are all Fijians, and that means we must understand and embrace each other's culture and tradition.
Because we live in a multiracial society, and we must respect each other's culture.
Yes, we have to respect others' beliefs, since we're in a multicultural society.
And it's a good thing that Christian and Indian, they can pray at the same time, and it's a good thing.
And recapping the main stories for tonight, Hindu religious organizations slam Tambuya. Lambasa wants security cameras to reduce crime, and major refurbishment for Sukuna Park. Now for these stories and others, tune in daily to our sister radio station Gold FM. Our poll question we're asking, have you already prepared your Diwali decorations? Visit our FBC website to answer. And on to our shot of the day. This beautiful picture once again is all the way from Rotuma. The sunset was captured at Lopta village by Priya Gosai. And be sure to send us newsworthy pictures to email fbcnews@fbc.com.fj, via Facebook page FBC News and our Twitter page at FBC_news. That's your news for tonight. Until tomorrow, from the team and I, stay safe. Bye for now.
हमारे सामने नायक है गोमगो लिबू लटोका रेडियो फीजी 2 में पुराना गाना लगे हमें बहुत अच्छा लगे।
रेडियो फीजी 2 देश की धड़कन।